Hey guys, I got another video coming towards you guys. We're going to be talking about some gaming chairs today. And my personal opinion on what you should pick, what you shouldn't, like price range of where you should go between. Because right now, as you guys can see back here, I don't think you guys can tell which model it is, but this is about an X7. It's got an inbuilt massager, heating, air cooling, automatic lumbar support. It's pretty cool. I got it on sale from the original price and whatnot. I got a couple $100 off. So just starting out with that, I got it on steel, which is the only reason why I got it in the first place, because Hbada was having their sales. So I originally had, I've always had the $100 to $200 gaming chairs. I don't think I've gone over that at all. Uh, the last one that I've had, I don't remember what brand it was. My parents got it for me for Christmas. Amazing chair. I still have it down in the garage. I will, still use it if I ever end up working and getting a working bench down there. Currently, I'm doing some repairs and PC building. I put an ad listing on Facebook Marketplace, so I don't really necessarily know how this is going to go. If it doesn't get popping, it's just a little fling, make a little bit extra money. Hopefully, I can have it as a little side hustle. Stuff I can do on like a weekend or a weekday if I have any time outside of college to be able to do it. So it's a little something fun for me to do. But right now, I would say that this chair, for the price range of on standard, over 1,000, between 1,000 to 1,500, depending on where you buy it from, used, whatnot. This chair alone, I really haven't seen too many good deals of it under 1,200. But that could just be me. It could be depending on the area that I'm in, whoever. But for the features that it gives you, on standard with Herman Miller, uh, those ones are amazing chairs. I have yet to try myself one, but from all of the reviews and things that I've heard about them comparing to Hbada, I know that Hbada is not the biggest company in the world, but they do have a lot of, for their standard models, a lot of attraction. This one, I really haven't seen too much besides for people who are big YouTubers who really just kind of thought about it and they're like, let's just see it, or if they Hbada sent it out to them because of the price range for it, and it only has about a two, I think it was a 5-year warranty. I don't remember if it was a 2 or a 5-year warranty. A 2-year warranty, I believe it was a very short warranty, and even 5 years for a chair is very short, especially with electronics in it. That's kind of it's kind of short. So based off of that, with the what do you call it? The warranty, it's not something I would really look too heavily at. Just based off of that, I got it because I always need the best of the best. You guys know that. I've mentioned this chair the last 2 videos, I think. Just kind of sliding in there that I would do a review on it, and personally, I love it. It has an actual massager, not just, hey, it's a massager, it'll vibrate down on your lower back, anything like that. That's not fancy. I'm going to be honest, that's not a massager. If you want a massager, you need something that actually massages your back like a massage gun. These have four little balls that come out, and they will actually get deep in your lower back. And I have lower back problems, which is why I really invested in it instead of just going with, like an extra $200 and get um, just a little bit of a better chair, better build quality. Just because that 150 range, it varies. You can get a really nice one, or you could get a really shitty one. That other one, it was perfect for sitting with your legs crisscross, or even just leaning all the way back and just chilling. You could stick your feet out, but it also depends. I've had a similar chair to that, which was awesome. I loved it, and it had movable, adjustable arms, which was a lot better than the one that I just had, which it had stiff arms where it just didn't move. It didn't move up, down. It was just standard where it was at, which is nice. You expect that for that price range. So don't expect too much for that $100 to $200 range. But it had speakers on the back, which I was planning on using, and I could have set it up to have the surround sound, but it was at that point, was it really worth it if the speakers weren't on par quality with the ones that I have over here, which are the SteelSeries Arena 7s, which I didn't really think it was too much worth it trying to go into the whole software section of it, trying to pair up the Bluetooth and the wired at the same time. So it would be one would be delayed, one wouldn't be delayed. So it was kind of at that point not really worth it what I planned on doing, but it did its part. I still use it from time to time. I don't want that to go to waste. It was a gift for me. But I do personally think that this is overkill. And even then, it still has its flaws. Somebody who likes to sit crisscross applesauce, it's not the chair for you. Though I will say I can sit in this chair, standard posture wise, way longer than I ever have in any other chair. I actually prefer to sit this way now, though I usually used to and still do outside of this chair. Put one foot under my legs and whatnot. So when one's extended, one's I'm sitting on, it just a personal preference. Um, so it's weird going to this from normally sitting in a chair with crisscross applesauce, sitting on your legs. So if you do have a problem with that, I wouldn't be too discouraged from the Hbadas because they are very comfortable and the material that they're made out of makes it a lot more comfy on your butt and on your back. I've noticed my posture has gotten a lot better. These have like a 360 swivel on the armrest, which is really nice, and it's made out of good quality. It's not too hard. It's not too soft. It gives you good support, so I've realized I'll end up having my arms rested on it, and it's equal to the where my desk is. I have a raisable desk, so I'll raise the desk or raise the chair to the desired length and height, and then I can sit back here and have good posture instead of sitting over here and having your neck extended. So I get neck support. I can lean back. I can play my games. I can be comfy. Every 45 minutes, the massager and the heat comes on. If I set it to that, I haven't been able to really truly test out the air cooling to see it. Uh, I have. It gets really, really cold on low. So, but it is currently Wisconsin, and when I got it, it was right when it started getting down into those 50-degree temperatures. And it still is. So it's not really the ideal time. I don't sweat anymore when I'm gaming because it's too hot in the room. Because this PC is definitely a heater. It used to be a heater, especially with the Intel. So part of me misses that for winter. Switching over to AMD, it's a lot more less noisy, less temps. It's kind of nice, but at the same time, I feel like it was a bad idea waiting until winter to swap over, so it doesn't get as hot in the room from it. But it would get hot. It would really get hot. But besides for that, the air cooling that blows up on your butt, it's really nice. It really is. The massager, phenomenal. Every little feature about it feels high quality. So it feels like you're getting your money's worth. But me personally, I feel like it was a bad investment because I didn't need it. I had a perfectly good chair. It's not like it was broken. So I got a new chair for no reason because I felt like impulse buying. So besides for that, setting that aside, if you have back problems, if you're sitting at your desk all day, I don't have a desk job. I go to a place for 10 to 12 hours every day. And then I come back home and I'll game for a couple hours. So it's not personally, it's not the best investment because then I also go to college, so it's not whatever. But if you're sitting here all day, comparing it to the Herman Miller, um, those chairs, I would say, besides for the tech features, they're going to be as comfy or a little bit more comfy. And I think they'd be a little bit more comfy in that sense because they've been around for years and years and years. Hbada's only been around for really a couple years. They've been around for years, but they didn't take off until this last 2 years. So it's not been a big company for a long time. And so they're still working on their things. There could be better built features on this, and I know they're going to come up with better ones eventually, so it's going to make me look silly for why did I invest in this when I could have waited a year or two and got an even better one for around the same price range. But that's just the way that technology goes, isn't it? So, but the battery life on this, you have a control that you can control everything from right up here. You can see how far this reaches, and right now you can just turn it on. Battery has lasted days on end. So I'll swap on the low heat and whatnot. I'm not too big of a fan of the automatic lumbar support because I'm not constantly shifting where I'm sitting in the chair as much as I would be. So, I mean, though it's nice, it still has some quirks to work out. Somebody who's on the lighter side, this might be better for somebody who's a little bit heftier that it can actually sense it, but I don't have as much weight. I'm only 140 pounds. So, being only 140, sometimes the sensor doesn't even kick on and realize, and it'll push all the way to the front unless I turn the settings all the way down to the point where it still won't recognize me. It's not, if you're 140 pounds, around same weight as I am, there's no perfect in between for any of that. So that annoys me. That'll bug me. But it's nothing to just be like, I'm not getting this chair over. I've already gotten it. It has the warranty. They've been really good. They reached out to me the day before being like, hey, this will be coming. Just want to let you know it's just gotten done and all this stuff. Hopefully you like it. And I almost tried canceling it. But they said, they were like, hey, like if you want to cancel it, just tell the driver no. That's no problem at all. You can get your full refund, whatnot. And I was like, you know what? Like, let's just stick with it. I made the purchase. I did it. Who cares? So I was like, no, it's all right. I'll still get it. And if I don't like it, then I can ship it back to them. But I do like it a lot. I do. Having it in here, using it all the time, it does help with my lower back issues because winter is the prime time when this happens. Lower back issues, sciatic nerve, it'll flare up during the winter from the cold, and hopefully this can totally help me improve my back throughout the winter, getting that heat in the morning if I need it, heat at night, getting a little bit of a massage using that infrared light. Hopefully this will help. And if it doesn't, then I'm going to be completely honest. I'm probably just going to sell it online for either the same price that I bought it at or $100 or $200 less, get my use out of it. And if I don't like it and it's not worth it, get my money back and no problem, bring that other one back up, and I have a perfectly good chair that I can use. I think that there's one that has similar features, not on par with the massager, but it does have heating and cooling, and it's more built like a gaming chair, so you can crisscross your legs, and it has every feature that you need that's on this besides for the massager, and maybe a little bit less support on your back, but it looks a lot more comfy. Just casual gaming for about $700 less. It's an autofill, auto full, whatever one it is. I forgot the brand exactly, but either if you look it up, autofill, gaming chairs, and there's one for about $500, with all these features besides for the massager and the infrared light, of course. But it has the heating and the cooling. What's the big thing of this chair? Definitely, and you get similar not performance, but comfort out of it. Maybe it's not as good for your back, but for the more casual gamer like what I do, where I only game a couple hours, less than 10 hours out of the week. I game less than 10 hours for sure. I really only use my computer now for school. and YouTube, of course, what you guys are seeing. So I'm utilizing it for more productivity reasons instead of just gaming. I do love my gaming, but don't get me wrong, but I don't use this chair enough to justify the around $1,200 range that it's at. Um, it's not necessarily worth it in my mind. It is an awesome chair. I'm not hating on Hbada, but if you're a big tech nerd and you need the best of the best, this chair is perfect for you. Um, I know there's some other auto adjusting lumbar support that are probably a little bit better. I've seen it on social medias where it's actually like an entire spine where it actually fully uses all of it and it goes full in on the auto lumbar support where it'll push up, retract everything where it's not just the bottom one. This guy, this one is all manual, but I don't mind it. I don't mind that manual need for it. It's still super comfy. I kind of like it. I like the clicking sound. I like that it just holds where it is. Though it's a little bit flimsy. You can see that. That's one thing that they might need to work on. But so far, it's held up. I would just not do what I normally would do, which would put sweatshirts, coats on it, just because who knows? What if it breaks? I don't want that to happen. I know it would be covered, but I don't want to have to go through the hassle of seeing what serial number it is, where I live, all that stuff. All right, we'll ship you out a new one, replacement, all this stuff, and wait a week or so before you even get it. That would be really annoying and inconvenient. But I mean, I guess we're wrapping up shortly on this this review right here. So is the Hbada X7 worth it in my personal opinion? I feel like if you have the money to fork out for it and you're looking for something that's over $1,000 and you want some tech stuff, I think it's worth it. Very well built chair. It rolls around perfectly. It's very hefty. It is very heavy. If you're wanting to build this, I would recommend having somebody to help you. It is extremely heavy. I was not expecting it, but it is mainly made out of metal, so I don't know what I was expecting either. But the building process was pretty straightforward. It just would have been a lot nicer and easier to have somebody to help me out with. But so maybe they can work on that in the future. Maybe finding lighter materials that are just as durable. Maybe making some of the parts more hollow would be a thing to think about. But I know that it has a lot of technology that's holding it up as well. So I'm not going to bash too hard on it, but I would say 50-50. If you want to fork out the money, yes, it's worth it. It's got amazing features. If you have lower back problems, yes. But you can find significantly more comfy chairs for cross-sitting and still being ergonomical as much as you can. I like the leather chairs personally. So I would say if you like these chairs, perfectly awesome, definitely worth it. But if you're used to the standard racing gaming chairs with the leather and all that, no. Straight up no. Go with the autofill chair, and you are gonna find significantly more use and comfort and just as good durability out of it. They are great company. I've seen great reviews. They're all over right now. But personally, I already went with this choice, so here we are. I wanted some better posture, but that'll wrap it up, guys. Hope you guys like this. Please give some info and your personal opinions in the comment section. What you think? If you have this chair, not a lot of people have it. So if you have this chair, let us know in the comments if you think it's worth it. I'm going to have a couple more videos coming out. I got somebody's PC off in the background right now that I've been working on. They got a bad CPU cooler. They had a whole thing, and I made a little short about it, which I got to update, figuring out that it was just a CPU cooler. So I'll let you guys know about that one. That should be coming out shortly. I got the 9800X 3D coming out shortly as well. Some of that and all that fun stuff. So I hope you guys have a great one. I'll see you guys in the next video.